Hi everyone.
Hello.
Another weird one today. What happens when you connect your risers in the reverse order to normal? So when the wing's above you, you're facing backwards. Useful, not useful? I don't know. We're gonna try it out.
Yeah. I've just had a little feel of the wind with the wing in the correct position, in the normal position, just to make sure that it's safe to do this.
It's a little bit strong, but not crazy, right?
Yeah, it's manageable.
And we're on our favorite place, which is a nice gentle dune with loads of space to the back, to the front, and to the side, so we're not gonna run into anything.
Yep.
I personally have done this before, and I find it quite useful to have a relaxed time when there's more wind. But the question is, does it mess with your head, you know, having one arm to one side or having... Anyway, is it weird doing it in reverse? It's like riding a bicycle backwards.
Instead of having the risers crossed, they'll be like this in front of me.
Yeah, when you're facing the wing, instead of having your risers like this, they'll be in the flying position, but you're not looking forwards, you're looking backwards. Anyway, it's backwards connect. Anyway, we'll show you. Okay, so in this position, Gemma's facing the wing, but there's no twist in the line. So if she was to fly like this, she'd be flying backwards. Let's try it out. Still the same, obviously. A's pull the wing up, brakes pull the wing down, and all that. Anyway, enough talking. Let's see what happens. Okay. That seems to be all right.
Okay, so I'm having to do the reverse input of what I'd do before. So I'm pulling. Am I? Oh.
You kind of just pull where you want it to go, right?
In some ways it feels a bit easier.
In what ways?
I can't fathom my head around it yet.
Okay.
But when I want to...
Come on, fly backwards. Looks like a lot of fun. Hey Gemma.
Yeah?
Here's an idea. You can lie down. Because he'll be pulling you onto your feet, sort of thing. Do that again. Go on, fly off.
Backwards, you can't see where you're going.
Yep.
Roll to one side, darling.
You can do it. I'm not touching. I mean, what do you think, Gemma? It looks like he needs a little bit getting used to, but you know, it doesn't seem like he's struggling.
It's nice to see what happens. It's almost like being able to fly and look up all the time and know exactly what your hands do while you're flying. However, when you have like a change in wind or a change in course of the glider and you have to put the input in quickly, you tend to do the automatic whoa and then go, oh, wrong side.
Yeah, when I tried it, the one thing I liked is that the risers aren't crossed and crowding your face and all that.
Yeah.
But obviously there's some drawbacks, like you can't see behind you. But the other thing is, like, for harness purposes, it just feels more comfortable to me.
It's just nice to see what's going on with your lines, and it helps you to feel like you can see what's happening to the wing as you feel the tensions changing. Like if you're getting a collapse, you can feel it loosen in one direction or another. You know, it's good for doing that. I expected it to be more difficult than it is, but I think that when you realise you're pulling the wrong bit of brake, it doesn't take much to go, oh right, oops, and then just change it and pull the other way.
It's funny that you say that, because when I ground handle in this configuration or in the normal configuration, I don't really go by left and right. I go for this one or the other one. So I put a little bit of input in, and then if it's not what I want, I correct by pulling the other one rather than left and right.
That's what I mean. It's more for people who are used to doing what they need to do to get feedback, rather than going, pull the left now, pull the right now, pull the left now. It's more once you've learned.
Adaptive.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, let's do some more. Usually on pulling big ears, you need it to be right on top of you.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm trying.
As in not hanging back too much. And also, I found that usually pulling a bit more is better than pulling a little bit less, if you know what I mean. Like committing to it.
Yeah, okay.
And I think you could
going that way, don't I?
And I think you can keep your brakes in your hands as well. Like, it's not that bad.
Right, okay. I'm getting ready to do it.
Okay. Yeah, it is hard, especially if you don't have a lot of wind or you're not quite centered. It tends to then verge off to one side.
That's it? Yeah.
I don't know why, but it looks like your style is developing to being really similar to mine. Oh, here we go with the ears. Ah, she's done it. Interesting. Huh, you've never done that before, have you? What the hell? Oh! If you save this, I'll be well impressed. I'm not impressed. Looks like Gemma's having too much fun. Now she wants to go and play with those sandcastles over there. What crazy freestyle move are you gonna do in the smallest dunes in the world?
Oh, we're just gonna climb over them.
Okay, 3 meters, 2 meters, 1 meter.
Ah, what am I doing?
Don't kill me. You know what I've
I need a
noticed?
song.
You know
yeah,
what
Mr. Soft is an advert for soft mints when we were kids, and it was Mr. Soft, won't you tell me why the world in which you're living is so strange? And he was like really soft, and he didn't have any bones.
Crazy.
Mr. Soft.
Are you going to do a little fly down?
Paragliding makes you crazy.
Hey, you haven't even done any flying. Just imagine if you did.
Makes you tired as well.
Are you going to fly down or are you going to chill out
I'm
here?
gonna try.
Maybe you can come back up, I suppose. Okay, so you've been playing in that configuration for about 2 hours now. What do you think?
It was nice to mess around with doing big ears and being able to see how it looks. It's weird running backwards and as though you're going to take off. I didn't really necessarily like that very much, and you have to make sure there's nobody behind you and you've got a spotter watching you. But yeah, it's fun. It's way easier than I expected it to be in it, and yeah, I think it's just nice to be able to look at your wing and see the inputs, and it gets you to feel it a bit better.
Well, the proof is going to be in, can you go back to normal and still have your normal skills? So let's try that.
Okay.
So back to normal.
Even, like, maybe it's not the right time to say it, but even in this ground handling challenge, I just feel way more comfortable knowing exactly where my lines are and what I'm reaching for. I don't have to go and think for like 5 whole minutes about how to pick it up. I just go clump, clump, and I feel like I can get in the right position quite quickly. I mean, you still have to...
Do you mean that in relation to having them crossed or not crossed, or...?
I just mean in general.
Okay.
When I'm starting my position, I can sort things out a lot quicker because I'm
more used to it.
It's more automatic.
Yeah. Huh. Didn't seem to have the incorrect brake input.
It feels more comfortable. It feels more like what I know.
Because at a moment's notice you can turn around and run forward, right?
Yeah.
Go on then. Oh, a little check to see which way you were. Go. No. Come on then.
So I have noticed when I had the risers the other way, where the lines weren't crossed and the left side went to the left and the right side went to the right, I could reach a lot better for the A's, so I could do a lot more keeping it up.
Hands-free.
A lot more hands-free, a lot more keeping it up. With this, if it starts going back down again, having to find that one and find that one is more of a scramble, and it tends to go down more. I'm not saying that you would ever be able to have it attached backwards to make it easier for any kind of takeoff, but just for playing purposes, it makes it easier to play with the wing.
Yeah. So how useful do you think it was?
It's fun, and it's useful if you want to kind of learn to pluck the strings and find out a little bit more about what does what inputs do what reactions.
Yeah.
But actually it doesn't help you flying because you can't attach yourself like that. But I think it's definitely a fun experiment to try, and it's easier than I thought it was going to be.
I think different people might have, I mean, your experience seems to be pretty similar to what I had when I tried it, but different people might react differently to it. It might twist in your brain and it might not help at all. But if you want to try it, make sure you pick the right day, you pick the right place, and if you have a friend with you, then even better. So.
Yeah, someone to help you out if you're getting too a bit of a tangle.
As always, we want to thank our sponsors, BGD and everyone on Patreon. And yeah, another good one.
Yeah.
Another good one. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, the A's are so accessible, aren't they? They're like accessible town. They're like the mayor of accessibility.